Well, hello, scrappers. Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. What do we got going on? Well, we got another big box up on my workbench. So where did this come from? Well, this came from my friend Johnny in Finland. He's sending me more stuff for his big toll refine he's got me doing. Now, I'm going to open this box. We'll see what's in it, and I'm going to answer some questions as we go. All right? Because I've been getting a lot of questions by email. And I guess it's easier if I just make a video to answer and then try to answer everybody, especially since I don't have the time to answer everybody. So anyway, Johnny has sent me some more stuff. If you didn't see the video of the first package I unboxed from Johnny, I'll put a link in the upper right. There was a whole lot of stuff in there. Gold, silver, all kinds of stuff. And I've barely scratched the surface on processing it, and here he is sending me more. So this is going to be a pretty epic toll refine. So let me get this open, and we'll see what he's sent me this time. And we'll talk a little bit about toll refining, because I've been getting a lot of questions about it, possibly because of the videos I've been putting out of doing Johnny stuff. All right. Oh my goodness, Johnny. Look at all this. Holy cow. All right. It looks like we've got a whole bunch of keyboard mylars. And as we all know, keyboard mylars are full of silver. Oh my goodness. Johnny, you must be a big lover of silver, because I just recently processed a bunch of relay contacts for him and got about 1.6 kilos of silver out of it, plus a third of an ounce of gold. So that's just barely scratching the surface on the first package he sent me. Okay, there's still all kinds of stuff in there that I just haven't had a chance to get to yet. But I'll put a link in the upper right to the series of videos where I process his relay contacts and get all that silver and gold out of them. You can check them out if you like. Maybe check this video out first, then go back and look at that. So, yeah, keyboard mylars. These actually look like they have some gold traces in them too, as well as silver. Yeah, there's gold in these. That's cool. All right. So, one question I got, we'll get into the toll refining question soon, but Johnny asked an interesting question. He's like, why do they use silver on keyboard mylars? Why wouldn't they use something like copper or aluminum or a cheaper metal? Well, I think the reason is that it's so easy to deposit silver chemically onto just about any substrate you want to. Okay? Other metals, not so easy at all. Very difficult, actually. A lot of times you have to do sputtering or whatnot to get it on there, which is a lot more involved. But with a little bit of chemical magic and a stencil, you can deposit silver on just about anything. So I think that's why they use silver on keyboard mylars. And there are a lot of them here. Oh, we got some more little gold-plated circuit boards. Johnny sent me a lot of those before, so I've set those aside. Set these gold things here aside too. They may have actually fallen out of that bag. All right. So let me find a container to put all these keyboard mylars in, and we will dig down below them and see what else Johnny sent me. And I'll answer some questions about toll refining. All right, let me put all these keyboard mylars in a bin down here until I can get to them. It's an interesting one. Not sure what that is. Maybe a big touchpad, maybe. I don't know. Oh, Johnny, you've been busy as usual. So I've done keyboard mylars before. You know, there's lots of different ways to do them. Some people burn them and then get the silver out of the ashes. I find that to be a little rough on the environment. And I live in a somewhat suburban area, so it's kind of hard to make all that much smoke. Last time I put them in a bucket with some nitric acid and left them for, I don't remember how long, a week or two, and etched all of the silver off of them. some sort of touch pads here. Oh, they're very sticky and stuck together. Deal with that. That looks like silver too in the connectors. So, okay. Well, we're getting down to some interesting looking golden stuff here. There's a little bit of gold on the end of these connectors, but it looks like mostly silver. Okay, what do we got here? No idea. Some kind of chip in a golden box. Heavy box too. Doesn't feel like aluminum. I imagine steel, possibly? Yep, steel. That's gold plated. Inside and outside. Okay. I'll have to get that gold plating off. Oh, holy cow. Ugh! Look at that. Fingers. Jani, you've been busy. That's a lot of fingers. These fingers are easy to process. Yeah. Subscribe for the future videos where I process all this stuff. And that's a fair amount right there. That's going to produce a lot of gold too. Okay. So, toll refining. One question I get is, I see what you're doing for Jani. I've got some stuff I'd like you to toll refine too. All right. Hold the phone. First off, I don't have time. Sorry. Between work, family stuff, travel, other issues, I barely have time to work on Jani's stuff. I can't take on any other projects right now. So I'm sorry if you were hoping that I could do some toll refining for you. I just don't have the time. I haven't even had the time to give Jani's stuff as much attention as I would really like to, and as he would really like me to. Things have just been crazy right now between work and other stuff going on. So, sorry, I can't do any more toll refining right now. I'll let you know when I think I have enough free time to do so. All right? It's like we got some more little SSDs, maybe, and Wi-Fi boards. That's what they look like anyway. A lot of gold plating on them. A lot of small IC chips. Jani sent me a bunch of these already. I'll add them to that pile. These look like boards from LCD displays. Looks like that's what I'm thinking they are. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jani. I don't know. That's my best guess is what they are. I know there's IC chips under these black blobs, but look, there's a lot of gold plating on these things. I hope that's showing up. It's quite a lot of gold plating on there. Yeah, see that? They're all like that. They've all got a fair amount of gold plating. So more gold plated boards I need to deal with. Okay. Add them to the pile. And it looks like, a bunch more. Oh yeah, gold plating. Yeah. Wow, you do get a lot of gold plated boards, Jani. So Jani is in Finland, and he gets a lot of European telephone equipment, older stuff from Nokia, Ericsson, whatnot. The big stuff, built in the 80s. And he scraps it out. I've seen pictures, monstrous stuff, huge cabinets full of electronics. So that's where Jani gets all this stuff. All right. More PC boards I need to figure out how to get the gold plating off of. Anybody has any good suggestions on how to recover the gold plating from PC boards? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Now, I have had requests both to use Eco Gold X again and to not use Eco Gold X because a lot of people say they can't get it where they live or it's too expensive or whatever. So You know, some people say, "Oh yes, please, Eco Goldex again. Show me how to do that." And other people say, "No, no, no, Eco Goldex. I can't get that. It's too complicated." Yada yada. So leave a comment. A, let me know what you think about Eco Goldex, yay or nay. And B, what alternative methods could I use to get the gold off the circuit boards? I've got some ideas of my own, but I'm always open to suggestions, especially if they're good ones, from the audience, because there's a lot of intelligence out there in the audience, the wisdom of crowds there. So it looks like we've got a lot of Broadcom BGA chips here. Now these are the type with metal heat spreaders on them. These are not going to be a whole lot of fun to process, but it looks like they've got some gold plating on a lot of them. All right, underneath the heatsink compound, looks like gold plating. There might be some gold bond wires inside too. I've just got to figure out how to process these things. They're not exactly gold corner BGAs, but I'm sure there's some value to them if I can figure it out. Again, suggestions would be welcome. Anybody who's done it. We've got a lot of dip switches. And I know there's little hollow gold balls in each dip switch. Oh no, look. More than just the little gold balls. This one's got some gold plated long pins on it there. Wow. Okay. So we'll have to process these. Johnny, you're going to keep me busy for a couple years here, okay? Just, you know, this isn't going to get done real quick. More tiny gold-plated circuit boards. Looks like more optical receiver transmitters for Ethernet switches, for the most part. He sent me a bunch of these already, so I'll add them to the pile. Looks like we got some flat pack IC chips. I know how to process IC chips. I do that all the time. So those are going to be easy. What's this? LED displays. 7-segment LED displays. Looks like we got maybe a vacuum fluorescent display. It's got some, maybe some gold, or is that just gold paint? It looks like kind of like gold paint. That's a vacuum fluorescent display there. But we've got a lot of 7-segment LED displays in here, including a few of the rare HP kind. Yeah, all right, so we'll have to process these. I generally process LEDs and 7-segment displays like these with my IC chips. So we'll just combine these and process them together. That's the way I normally do it. What do we got here? More little circuit boards with gold plating and little IC chips on them. Looks like, again, some SSDs, or actually, you know what these are? These are compact flash cards that have had their cases removed. That's what they are. So those are compact flash cards. Okay. Again, Johnny has sent me some of these, so I'll put that with them. Mouse pads from laptops. Look at that gold plating. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at them stick together too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we got a few IC chips on one side and other components, and then a lot of gold plating on the other side, and a lot of something very sticky that's probably going to prevent the chemicals from getting to the gold. So I may have to incinerate those before I do anything with them. But this bag has a lot of gold plating in it, so we will do that at some point. Oh, jumpers. Johnny, you do save everything off those boards, don't you? So these are jumpers that jump across little pins, and they have some gold plating in them, which is probably not showing up. So I'll have to figure out how to get the gold plating out of them. And now we're into the boxes. And I know there's something in one of these boxes that Johnny is very interested in me working on. Ah, and I picked the right box. these blue things. I really have no idea what they are. Okay? Some sort of European electronic component. I don't know what they are. Let me see if that's the only box of them, or did he send me more? Oh, there's more. No wonder I picked the right box. We got a trifecta of them going on. Nope, something else. We'll talk about that in a second. Nope. So these blue things, there's a lot of them in Johnny's telephone equipment that he gets. A lot of them. And I was thinking at first they were just like snubber capacitors across relays or something, because that looked like that's where they were mounted. So he broke apart a few of them and took the metal parts out from inside them and had somebody with an XRF gun hit them. And turns out there's platinum in here. Oh, platinum? Holy cow. So Johnny wants me to process these, and I think he's sitting on pins and needles waiting to know whether there's enough platinum in here or some other valuable metal to make it worth his while to continue collecting them, because he says he can harvest a lot of them out of the machinery if there's any value to them. But if there's not, he won't bother because it's time consuming. So I have to figure out how to process these and see exactly what we've got in them. And then figure out where to go from there. Tell him yay or nay. And then before we move on, I'll answer another question. What do I charge for my toll refines? Well, that's variable, okay? It's also private. I don't spread that. I'm not telling people how much I charge Johnny. I'm not telling people how much I charge anybody else for my toll refines. It's something we're going to negotiate, okay? And what I'm going to charge is going to depend on what kind of material you have, the quality of the material, how much of the material you have, and so on. And, if you need it done in a hurry, too, there's going to be a premium attached to that because, well, I can make money other ways. So, if you want me to drop those other ways and work on your stuff, I got to attach a premium to it. So, yeah, so there's going to be some negotiation involved. It's not a set fixed rate. If you've got a lot of high-quality stuff, I could probably give you a pretty good deal. But like I said, right now, I'm too busy to take on any other toll refining jobs. So I'll let you know when and if that changes. So, yeah, when Johnny sent me stuff before, there were a lot of fully gold-plated IC chips in it. And here he is sending me a whole bunch more. So I'll just add these to them. I have not even started processing those yet. So, yeah, there's some good old stuff here, let me tell you. So, believe it or not, you could sell these on eBay and other places for more than the value of the gold and silver they contain. All right? Without the work of recovering the gold and silver from them, which is what I recommended Johnny do. But Johnny wants to come back to the U.S. in the future and have me hand him ingots of gold and silver. He doesn't want to just sell them. Hey, the customer's always right? And it keeps me busy. So, yeah, we've got a lot of fully gold-plated IC chips here that I can add to what he's already sent me. Okay. So, this is going to take a while. Johnny, if you're watching, I'm sure you are, I will prioritize these blue things, and we'll see what's in them. I may do a small-scale test and then try and scale it up and see what we've got. You're thinking there's possibly just a platinum plating on some of those metallic parts in there. You're possibly right. But what is that platinum plated over? Maybe it's plated over silver. Maybe it's plated over gold or palladium. Who knows? Let's figure it out. Maybe there's more value there than we suspect there is. So, and then the rest of this stuff, well, I will add it to your pile and work on it as time permits. Maybe I'll do these next because They're going to be quick and easy. After the blue stuff. After the blue stuff. Don't panic. All right. Well, let me repack Johnny's box and find a place to store it until I can get to doing all this and all of his mylars down here. I filled a whole tub with them. And you folks out there, well, keep the questions and comments coming. I appreciate it. I did ask you a few questions. I would appreciate any helpful advice you have. And subscribe to see future videos as I process this stuff for Johnny. So there's going to be a lot of them coming out of this, and I think you'll find them very interesting. So subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Thanks, Johnny, for sending me more stuff to keep me off the streets. And I'll see you folks in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching this one. Bye.